I'm in a senior leadership position, and in a day, I have to take many decisions. Now, I take most of the decisions based on my experience and my gut feeling. However, by the end of the day, I feel thoroughly depleted and exhausted. I was wondering if there is something that can be done or used to make this decision making easier and for me to move away from exhaustion. Hello, friends. Welcome to Wiser You at Work with Atirakshit Bhatt. If you also have a similar question, then in this video, we'll go ahead and answer this particular question. Now, first of all, let's understand that it is real. The decision fatigue that most of the leaders face today is a real thing. A human brain has got only limited potential or limited resources that it can use in a day, and a lot of it goes up in decision making. Hence, as you progress through the day, making more and more decisions, by the end of the day, you feel tired, exhausted, and the quality of the decisions that you keep on making gets worse and worse as time goes by. Hence, most of us always ensure that we take the important decisions early in the morning and not later in the day. So let's look at what is it that we can do to make decision making at any and every level comparatively easier. Now, before we dive into the various methods that we can deploy, I would request you to go ahead and subscribe to the channel and definitely click a like. Now, let's look at what are the things that you can do. First and foremost, create decision frameworks. What I almost tell my mentees is that list down all the decisions that you have made in the last week and then look at the most common decisions that you keep on repeating almost every day or every week and create a checklist for these decisions. What is it that you do if you have to take a certain decision? For example, if you want to decide which vendor should we go to, you would obviously mentally think, does the vendor have this, and if it meets all the check boxes, you go ahead with that particular vendor. Or you compare two vendors and then you go with the vendor, right? So go ahead and for such normal tasks or such normal decisions that you normally take, create a checklist so that it becomes easier for you or for anyone else that you have along with you to make these decisions. Second thing that you can do is what I also call as the 2-minute rule, and you might be familiar with it. If you come across a decision that is not very critical, comparatively low priority, and you know for sure that based on your information, the information you have and your experience and gut feeling, you can take the decision in 2 to 5 minutes. In such cases, don't push the decision for later on. Go ahead, take the decision and move on. Third and important thing that you can do is being a leader, it's also important to develop the people that report into you. So do not always keep all the decision making in your hand. If there are decisions that do not require your direct supervision or which you feel does not make you add any value to that particular decision, for such decisions, go ahead and enable your senior team members to make those decisions. Handhold them in the beginning, help them make a few decisions, and then slowly delegate this decision making authority to your subordinates. Mind it, it's not all the decisions, but some decisions which are not very critical and to which you cannot add a lot of value, go ahead and delegate these decisions. And the last and the most important thing that you can do is to use different types of mental models. Now, if you go online and search for stuff like Eisenhower matrix, or also known as the importance urgence matrix, you will get a lot of information on how you can classify the decisions that you want to take in terms of which are the important ones and which are the urgent ones, and then pick up the ones you should be taking first. You can also look at something called as the control impact matrix. Plus, there are a few more mental models that you can explore. It's difficult to cover all of them in this very short video. So go ahead and explore all these different mental models. I distinctly remember the mentee of mine who had reached out to me with a similar problem. I had made him go ahead and track all the decisions he made for the next week. And then, based on the suggestions given, he was able to create checklists for a few, delegate a few, and the rest he was able to use the mental models and able to make his decisions quickly. He reduced the number of decisions that he had to take by almost 60% and saved a couple of hours every day that he was spending taking decisions. So go ahead and use this, and I'm pretty sure you will find it useful. Also, please go ahead and like this video. In case you have questions like this, you can go ahead and drop me an email at wiseryou@work@gmail.com. It's given in the description below. Send me an email, any questions you have, any stories you want to share, etc. etc. Also, if you like videos like this, I will share links of a couple of other videos where I have answered really important questions like this one. Go ahead and watch these videos. Adirakshit signing off.